Herded in here, bound, gagged, shot.
Old man's got defense wounds on his hands and arm.
Put up a struggle.
Little girl got it in the back. Others got shot in the head, execution style. 45.
Yeah, he didn't want to take a chance on anybody surviving. Time of death?
Tentatively, yesterday afternoon between 2 and 4.
Ellie just had a birthday. She was 6.
You weren't here yesterday?
I would have been, but my mother broke her foot, and Adam told me to take the day off. They always put family first.
So you're gonna be okay getting us an inventory list so we can see what's missing?
We got 2 people outside for you to talk to.
We'll be right with you.
We also need the names of ex-employees and delivery people. This officer will go with you.
I came by at 3:30 to have a ring resized. Close sign was on the door.
Did you have an appointment?
No, they were always open till 6.
That's the truth. In 30 years, Adam never closed early but once, when Corrine went into labor with their son.
Where's he?
He teaches at the London School of Economics. Hasn't been home in 18 months.
We got a problem.
What?
Security tapes are gone.
Now what am I gonna watch tonight?
Your man on the scene put the time of death between 2 and 4 p.m.
And 2 of the victims were at a dentist's office across town at that time.
Till after 5.
Can I get a word in here? Mr. and Mrs. Bennett were killed around 3:30. Gail Churchill and her daughter died 2 or 3 hours later.
2 or 3 hours?
5:30 at the earliest.
We got a hit on prints that were found both in Gail Churchill's apartment and in the jewelry store. Ex-con named Richard Morriston.
Who?
Fraud arrest in Colorado 2 years ago. Pled guilty to a misdemeanor. 2 domestic abuse arrests. 1 in Chicago, 1 here. The local woman's name was Susan Kimball.
Guy gets around. Got a mugshot?
Sure.
Whoa, Mark Landry, Gail Churchill's new boyfriend.
Not anymore. We don't want to hold out any false hopes, Mrs. Fazekas.
Don't apologize, Detective. I know you're not working on my daughter's case.
Yeah.
I just want to help.
This is Detective Green.
Hello. Can you help us with this?
That's him. My God.
You recognize Miss Churchill?
No, it's the necklace she's wearing. It was my daughter's. So this is it. I've always known Beth was dead, but seeing this necklace...
You forget something, Morriston?
I don't see a warrant.
It'll be here in a minute.
It is my understanding that in a minute and right now are 2 entirely different things. Excuse me.
Lenny. You got some tweezers, lover boy? What we'd love to have happen here, Morriston, just as a sideline, is you tell us where Beth Fazekas ended up. Her mother's a nice lady. Maybe you'd like to help her out?
I don't know where Beth is.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Lanny, look what I found in the crawl space above the closet. Label says Surefire Security.
You're one of those psychos who collects trophies?
The only deal on the table is a plea of guilty to the top count of the indictment.
Your indignation is based on fuzzy tapes showing a man who could be anybody.
Tapes that were recovered from his apartment.
The video shows Mr. Morriston leading 4 people to their death.
And the police found the Intellimate report in his desk at his office.
A desk to which 40 people have unfettered access?
I don't blame you. I know how this looks, but I didn't kill those people.
It's going to take more than a smarmy imitation of sincerity to explain away those tapes.
Coincidentally, the motion to suppress the tapes and anything else found at his apartment.
Your legal theory being?
Your detective seized Mr. Marston's apartment prior to the issuance of a valid search warrant.
A toothpick? What were they thinking?
Jack, what were they supposed to do? Let Marston into his apartment? Burn the tapes? Throw them out the window?
In about an hour, they will be thrown out the window by Judge Bradley.
It's only because of those tapes that we know what really happened.
Too bad the jury won't.
At least we have the necklace, and we know he's lying about his alibi.
Marston claimed he was showing an apartment at Carrington House when the murders took place.
But now we know where he was. The tapes put him at the crime scene.
But if Jack's right, we're the only ones who'll ever know.
We can't prove where he was. We damn well better be able to prove where he wasn't. You go over his alibi again. Let's account for every minute of his day. I'll go wrangle with Judge Bradley.
The insertion of the toothpick constituted an unlawful seizure of my client's apartment.
Mr. Lyman's desperation is showing, Your Honor, because that videotape irrefutably shows his client's guilt. The detectives were merely securing the premises while awaiting the warrant.
They had no right to secure the premises prior to its arrival.
If they hadn't, his client would have destroyed evidence.
Are you arguing there were exigent circumstances, Counselor?
Certainly there was exigency. The defendant has a history of wriggling out of damaging situations.
People v. Calder. Unless the police believe there was an imminent risk of bodily harm to another, they clearly violated procedure.
Your Honor, the arrival of Mr. Marston and the arrival of the warrant were virtually simultaneous.
I understand the people have powerful evidence, Mr. McCoy, but there's no way around the Fourth Amendment here. The tapes are out.
For God's sake, Judge, did you watch them?
I did not. I knew I had to exclude them. I didn't want them to taint my objectivity.
The doorman at the Carrington House said that Morrison showed up one late afternoon in November carrying a gym bag.
You can't pin down the date?
No, but he said it's the only time he's ever seen Morrison carrying anything but a briefcase.
So Marston made the appointment for 4:30, thinking he'd have an hour and a half to kill those people, grab some jewels, and still make his appointment.
But Gail Churchill wasn't where she was supposed to be. He had to wait for her.
And then he put in an appearance at Carrington House just to cover himself. If that was the day he carried the gym bag.
Well, it had to be, Jack. He had to have some way of carrying the gun and the jewels out of the store.
Is the apartment Marston was supposed to show still empty?
The new owners are doing some remodeling before they move in. The workers start on Thursday.
Make sure Briscoe and Green have warrant in hand this time.
No toothpicks.
Did Landry have access to any other empty apartments?
This is the only one he was showing at the time. Power switch stuff? When the apartments are vacant, yes.
What if a realtor wants to show this place at night?
Where'd you find it?
They were hidden in a locked electrical room.
The manager says Morrison had a key.
I have both a statutory and a constitutional right to represent myself, Judge.
I advise you against this course of action, Mr. Morrison.
The standard is a knowing, voluntary, and intelligent waiver of the right to counsel. I'm exercising it.
I don't want his conviction overturned because of inadequate representation.
The defendant is within his rights, Mr. McCoy.
I request you appoint Mr. Lyman as his legal advisor.
Mr. Morrison?
It's fine with me, Your Honor.
Then if there's nothing else...
I'd like to request bail. Mr. Lyman should have made application for bail after the tapes were excluded based on changed circumstances.
The man is a vicious predator, and he's a flight risk.
Mr. Morrison has lived in New York for 3 years. He has close ties with the community, and he has a job to go back to after he is acquitted.
Your Honor.
There is no basis for denying bail.
Don't try to tell me my job, Mr. Morrison. You either, Mr. McCoy. Bail for this defendant is set on the amount of $1 million.
Your Honor, one more thing. I moved to suppress the necklace and my prior arrest record. The necklace has no bearing on this case.
That's absurd. Gail Churchill's discovery of the circumstances of the necklace provides the defendant with motive.
I agree with the people on the necklace. It is inextricably linked to this case. As for the fraud conviction, I'll let the conviction come in, Mr. McCoy, but not its underlying facts.
Your Honor.
That's enough, Mr. Morrison. You have a trial to prepare for.
These victims cry out for justice. And I'm grateful that the state of New York has the resources to avenge these terrible killings. My girlfriend, and her sweet little daughter, Mr. and Mrs. Bennett, are a lovely couple who never harmed a soul. Justice demands condemnation of the guilty, not the sacrifice of the innocent. I stand here before you, an innocent man. I ask you, please, pay close attention to Mr. McCoy's case and decide whether you see one shred of evidence that proves my guilt. The rest of my life is in your hands.
Strangulation, knife wounds. Subdural hematomas are severe enough to make me think that she was unconscious when he strangled her.
Less fuss, less muss.
From the lack of ligature marks to defensive wounds, I'd guess the fun started once she was out cold. How'd you guys get this sick?
I think it has something to do with Mom. Marbury Prep's on the Upper East Side, right?
Yeah, 83rd and 2nd.
It's a long walk here, especially after hoops practice. Now, Bobo's bar is across town from Gallen's apartment. The library's got to be 2 miles from the Pinkston girls' place. And the flute player disappeared, what, 50 blocks from home? So, unless all these girls were training for the marathon...
A cabbie.
...would hit all the borough.
And a cabbie would have a large wad of small bills. Damn.
So how'd you spend the evening?
What do you mean?
The way you read a book, you do a crossword puzzle?
No.
So you just sat here by yourself in the dark?
Why would I sit in the dark? You want some cheese?
Put it down.
Pagoda?
Drop it. You know, I can't help but wonder, and this may just be the cop in me, but I'm a little curious. I'd really like to know why you knocked this girl out before you raped her. I mean, how much fun could that be?
Wasn't me.
I mean, she's just laying there in the cab or wherever, almost like she's dead. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that you didn't want her to see.
See what?
Come on, man. Both of us have been in locker rooms. Some dudes got it, some don't. What?
Oh, I like you.
I know I defended a father who raped and murdered his 11-year-old daughter. I've defended a guy who, for no apparent reason, walked into a grocery store, shot 12 innocent people with an Uzi. Right now, I've got a kid who decapitated his mom, hung her head on a stick outside of his church. All the scum of the earth. They send him my way. I do my best for them. But this guy... So you're turning down my offer?
You know I have no choice.
Mark Bruner scares the socks off of me, Jack. How am I supposed to represent someone that I'm scared to death to be in the same room with? I'm aware of my
You
responsibilities.
bought a ticket, now you've got to see the show.
The people do not oppose the motion, Your Honor.
Oh, of course, you don't oppose it. If she walks, the only one who gets hurt is the defendant.
I assure you that did not influence my decision.
Ah, prosecutor with a heart. Isn't that sweet? If I grant her motion, all you've got to do is tell the jury that Mr. Bruner's first attorney resigned. The big inference they'll draw from that is that he's guilty, and she knew it.
Ms. Sheets' prior involvement in the case wouldn't be relevant at trial.
So you say now. Okay, tell me why.
I cannot represent Mr. Bruner with the zealousness required by the canons of ethics.
Tell me why.
Counsel assured me that defending Mr. Bruner would in and of itself be a violation of the canons.
I asked her.
For obvious reasons, I can't be specific.
And what does your client think of this?
I doubt he'll oppose.
Put it in writing. We'll let legal aid sort out this mess. They don't earn enough to worry about ethics.
Sure. The witness picked my client out of a lineup. That was only after she'd just seen his picture.
A photo array, I presume.
Well, you'd think, wouldn't you? One picture does not an array make.
It was a sketch made by a police artist.
Damn good one. Computer enhanced?
It was not a photographic likeness, Your Honor.
It was good enough to suggest to the witness.
United States v. Cruz, the Supreme Court ruled that court IDs are permissible even where the witness's recollection may have been tainted by viewing a photo beforehand.
The Cruz court found another basis for that ID.
In this case, the witness observed the defendant at her place of work for several hours. The lineup ID is based on that observation.
Prompted by an accurate computer likeness of his face, I failed to see the difference between that and a photograph.
Neither do I. The ID is out.
In that case, the DNA being the fruit of the illegal identification should also...
Don't press it, Mr. Schwimmer.
What the hell is this?
I always was partial to alliteration.
And I'm partial to staying alive. Negotiations between defense counsel and the prosecutor's office are supposed to be confidential.
A story like that was bound to leak to the press.
And I assume you did your best to prevent that.
Assume what you want.
You know how many death threats I've gotten? There are parents outside my office holding signs. They are throwing eggs, rocks, God knows what.
I'll prosecute them, Mr. Schwimmer, and then you can represent them. How's it go? What goes around? I'll promise right now in front of your attorney to remove the death penalty from consideration.
Now, where have I heard this before?
And no matter how many counts of murder you're convicted of, the sentences will run concurrently.
That's 25 years, Mark. At least after that, you'd be up for parole.
That's a joke.
Then just give us the names. The parents of a lot of missing girls want to know.
No. Let them suffer. I'm gonna sit in a cell the rest of my life anyway.
Not if you don't tell us you won't.
Tough guy. Go ahead, McCoy. You charge me with whatever you got. Life without death. You see, really, I don't care. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll confess right now. Let's go straight to sentencing. Any jury in their right mind would vote to stick a needle in my arm. And you know what I'll do then? I'm gonna take every appeal required by law and then some. And then in 12 years' time, when you're playing shuffleboard in Miami Beach, then maybe I'll think about telling whoever's sitting in that seat where they can find the bodies. You would so enjoy seeing them, too. Just ask him. All piled up, nice and neat, hidden behind lock and key. They don't smell so sweet, but they are a beautiful sight. Aren't they?
Let's go.
Feel free to come back anytime.
There isn't any point.
Sure there is. You can't take your eyes off me. Truth is, without me, you wouldn't exist. I'm the un-you.
Why did you come to my office, Mrs. Goddard?
I read in the papers that Mr. Schwimmer might know where Michelle is. You bastard!
Objection.
Michelle might be dead. He knows.
Approach, Your Honor.
That's Mr. McCoy's fifth witness, and we still don't have one stitch of incriminating evidence.
The jury should see the effect of Mr. Schwimmer's criminal activity.
Which is impossible unless we know for sure the witness's daughters are, in fact, Mr. Bruner's victims.
Which is impossible as long as the defendant chooses to keep his mouth shut.
Sorry, Mr. McCoy. You rung the emotion bell long enough. Now try ringing the evidentiary one.
I thought in order to be able to negotiate an equitable deal, I should confirm his story.
Did you knowingly violate any statute of the state of New York?
Of course not. More than anything, I'd love to be able to tell the prosecutors, the parents, what I know. But if I did, I would be violating my obligations as an attorney.
You are aware that Mr. Bruner has already confessed to 2 murders, aren't you?
Of course.
And he has already been sentenced to die by lethal injection. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
So, who's it going to hurt? Certainly not Mr. Bruner. Not the families of the missing girls. Not me. Not the judge or the jury. That leaves only one person, Mr. Schwimmer. You.
You're wrong! Look, under the circumstances, it might sound ridiculous, but if I disclose what I know, we all get hurt. This whole thing, this entire legal system only works as well as it does because I'm doing what I'm doing. This is exactly why the people of New York pay my salary. Now they'd like to put me in prison for it.
Somehow, Mr. Schwimmer, I think the people would overlook your legal indiscretions if you told them what they wanted to know.
If you would come home when you said you would.
Oh, it's my fault the train broke down.
Well, you know I don't like to walk her by myself.
I'll tell Amtrak.
Well, next time you get to clean the road. Will.
Look at him check those cars.
He's not doing anything.
How many times are we gonna let these punks steal our radios?
Well, what are you gonna do? Sick lamb chop on him? Come on, honey, he could be dangerous.
We shouldn't have to live like... That's it. Call 911. Hey! I mean, look at this. Oh, my God.
So no ID. Blonde, maybe 35. We ran the plates, cars registered to Dobson Enterprises, whatever that is.
How bad was she?
Alive, barely. Paramedics said a bullet went into her head and didn't come out.
That's him, that's the man.
Spotted him running across Broadway. 3 blow punks and a Delco in his bag. You know what car radio thieves call this street?
Audio warehouse.
No gun, though.
Well, we'll organize a search from here to Broadway.
Yo, why didn't you shoot nobody? There was no shot.
Or maybe you just didn't hear it.
No, it was quiet. I would have heard it.
Man, the lady was bad when I got here.
She break the window, too?
Maybe the guy that done it. One of those carjackers.
Take him in. For the radios.
First the shooter, then this guy. People were lining up to get to this lady.
If she was shot in a safer neighborhood, we wouldn't have found her till tomorrow.
Bullet entered 2 inches from the eye, tore through the left frontal lobe, ricocheted off the back of the skull down through the occipital lobe, ended up in the cerebellum.
Is there any chance we'll be able to talk to her?
She's breathing, but cortical function is limited. On the Glasgow Coma scale, she scores a 4.
And that's not good?
That lamp would score 3.
There's a call for Detective Briscoe.
There are also abrasions on her neck.
Is that consistent with having a necklace ripped off?
I'd say so.
What about those bruises there?
Old ones.
How old?
I'm not sure. They were healing.
They tracked the owner of the car, Mr. Michael Dobson.
Let's go tell him how she saved his radio.
Gunpowder residue on the headrest, a half circle, the other half's on her head.
So she was shot at close range.
Where were the keys?
On the floor. There. Like she dropped them when someone stuck a gun in her face.
So she's sitting in the car with the door open.
Or she opens the door, she gets in, she starts to close the door.
Somebody comes along, bang.
Why?
I don't know. She resisted, his finger slipped. Maybe he's a psycho.
Not so psycho he didn't grab the purse, grab her jewelry.
Isn't anybody gonna ask me about fingerprints? Lean in, pull off my jewelry. Come on. See? Where your hand is. We got a backward-facing left-hand palm print and partial thumb. Michael Dobson, the husband.
What, you just happen to have his fingerprints on hand for comparison?
Nope. I had him pulled off his liquor license application and sent over. Just for fun.
Well, he owns the car. He could have been in it every day.
Then his prints would be on the dashboard, the steering wheel. They're not. Just this. Now, either the guy did a handstand on the armrest, or he leaned in to pull something out.
Doctor said she might not ever wake up, and the bullet's still inside her.
Ma'am, I'm gonna ask you to be as honest as you can be. How are things going in your sister's marriage?
What does that matter?
Well, in a case like this, we have to be very thorough.
But if it was a mugger... It wasn't a mugger, was it? He hit her. She wanted a divorce, but she was afraid.
Afraid of him?
He told her he'd fight her for the children. He had some money hidden somewhere. He said he'd spend all of it on the lawyers. He said she was a bad mother because she worked a few hours a week. Nobody loved their children more than Sandy.
You ever see him hit her?
Well, she never told me, but I knew it. How many times can you accidentally walk into a door?
Did you find out who shot my wife?
No, but we did find that you've been a little less than honest with us about last night.
Excuse me?
Well, you told us your wife was working.
But you didn't say that she was visiting her sister.
What does it matter who she was visiting before she got shot by some scum on the street?
Yeah, but you also didn't tell us that your wife wanted a divorce.
Her sister tell you that? She's not exactly my biggest fan.
Oh, so everything's been perfect between you and Mrs. Dobson, huh?
No, everything's normal. This is a marriage, not a Barney the Dinosaur song. We've had our differences.
Like about her working?
Yes, the children need her at home.
Oh, so you thought you'd convince her to stay home by slugging her?
You guys got the full party line, didn't you?
Yeah. We saw the bruises on your wife's body.
You know something? I don't need you to tell me I'm a son of a bitch. Been one for a long time. I like it. The hours are good and there's no heavy lifting. But I happen to be a son of a bitch whose wife was shot by some other son of a bitch.
Problems with their marriage, Miss Kincaid. You're arguing that's probable cause for a warrant.
In conjunction with the other evidence uncovered by the officers, yes.
If I allowed the police to search the home of every man who owns a gun, hides money from his wife, and doesn't love her anymore, there'd be a line around this courthouse.
Not all those men hit their wives. Mrs. Dobson told her sister she was afraid.
So says the sister.
Your Honor may rely on hearsay in support of the warrant.
This is double hearsay.
People v. Simon. Probable cause can be based on double hearsay.
If it is sufficiently reliable.
With all due respect, Your Honor, should he receive the benefit of the doubt because she can't tell you herself how afraid she was?
Touché, Miss Kincaid. Just what I would have argued.
Pulled your phone records, Dobson. We know you called 2 divorce lawyers the day you cleaned out your safe deposit box.
It's a crime to call a lawyer.
Well, you told us you weren't thinking divorce.
You already had the wrong idea. I didn't want to confuse you further.
Michael, I think we should listen here and not talk.
I'll handle this, Max. Both divorce lawyers told me I could get out of the marriage on my terms.
Well, was one of the terms your wife bleeding on the jacket you were wearing the night she was shot?
Again with the jacket. I haven't cleaned that jacket in months. My wife fell off a bicycle last spring at our country house. I helped her up.
She fell? Or you knocked her down?
Okay, let's say I knocked her down. What if I punched her? Does that account for your blood stain? Can I go now?
You want to tell us again why nobody saw you in your club around the time your wife was shot? Come on, Dobson.
If he gave her a bloody nose 6 months ago, we can't tie the bloodstain to the shooting.
So he gets away with attempted murder because he's a wife beater?
What a smug bastard. Don't you want to lock him up just on general principles?
Yeah. The blood, the prints, no alibi. Past abuse, the gun, the divorce, the safe deposit box, and his personality. That's enough for a grand jury. And it might shake Mr. Dobson up if we put someone in control of him for a while.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go. This is getting monotonous.
Michael Dobson, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of Sandra Dobson. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
I've seen stronger cases.
Hey, if the guy shot her in Times Square at rush hour, we'd have brought you a stronger case.
No witnesses?
We canvassed that neighborhood 3 times. No one saw Dobson.
And we're working on the taxi records now in case he took a cab there from his club.
No shell casings? Dobson's gun is an automatic, isn't it?
Well, he's no dummy. Maybe he picked it up.
Could have picked it up. That'll go over well in cross-examination. You didn't talk to Dobson's daughter?
The 7-year-old?
The babysitter said that she was upset the night of the shooting. Before the shooting.
The babysitter said she had a stomachache, and we had other things to do, like establish Dobson's motive and destroy his alibi.
You couldn't go back later and find out why she had a stomachache.
You think you know so much about being a cop? Why don't you do the investigating?
Are you giving me attitude? My father was a cop for 31 years, and he would never leave a DA twisting with a half-made case and ask him to get an indictment.
Give me a break. You could get a ham sandwich indicted.
That might be easier. There's meat on a ham sandwich.
You're saying that despite the fact your sister never took any step toward getting a divorce, you could tell that she wanted to because she changed her hairstyle?
She told me she wanted one.
I see, really. Miss O'Brien, aren't you desperate to see Mr. Dobson convicted because you feel guilty?
No.
Because over his objection, You ordered an operation that led to your sister's death.
The doctor said it might relieve the pressure on her brain.
The doctors advised you not to have the operation.
I couldn't let him get away with it.
I see. Now, as for this alleged threat, didn't Mr. Dobson merely ask to be allowed to live in peace with his own children?
In peace? What did he do to Jessica to make her lie?
Mr. Bryan.
In front of the baby, he threatened Sandy
Bryan,
the same way he
that'll be
threatened
enough.
me. They should know.
Pick up the pace, Byron.
Oh, why? So I can live an extra hour?
If you don't mind. Byron, look.
Well, he's doing something. What?
Look here. Here.
Hey!
Be careful.
A man! He ran that way! He was attacking that woman! I'll take her. This is 22. We got a 1054 on the South Circular. Female down. Suspect on foot.
Get one over there. Central Park West. I got one of his gloves.
Hey, relax. Central, this is 22. We need a bus rush. Hang in there, bro. Hang, sit up. He just sat there talking to me with that knife sticking in him until the ambulance showed. Said the perp hopped the wall of the CPW.
Did he get a look at him?
Oh, up close and personal. 5'8", dark coat, black hair, Hispanic. He pulled off one of the guy's gloves in the scuffle. It's back for CSU.
Heroes. Hey, who is she?
Jane Doe, no ID. Just a house key in her sock.
Like a wallet would have slowed her down?
She don't look good. There's blood all over her head and a bloody rock found on the ground next to her.
Rape?
No time. He was pulling down her sweats when the Bickersons spotted him.
She fell on the rock?
It was no accident. He hit her and must have meant to stun her.
How is she?
Dead.
Oops.
I own a piece of this joint, you know? I'm in the amusement business.
Yeah, right. The feds are after you for gambling and extortion. The DA's onto you for prostitution. And 2 members of the Lopez crew who haven't been seen since they turned state's evidence.
Yeah, but raping and killing in the park, now we figure that's him, not you. So what do you want to take his weight for, huh?
And what are you saying? I know this guy?
We're saying he works for you. We got people who say so.
Now, why open up whole new lines of inquiry into your amusements business that you don't need opened up?
Listen to me. Worked for me, you understand? Not works for me. I got rid of this crazy Mexican a year ago.
You got a name?
Yeah, I got a name. Luis Cruz, all right?
That's her. You couldn't have been married to this one very long, Dobson.
14 months.
Yeah, I guess you cut short the mourning period on your first wife, huh?
I never had a chance to mourn her properly, thanks to you and the district attorney.
You should have been mourning her for 25 to life. What kind of policies did he have?
He used to have them all. Fire and theft, liability, and the partnership policy.
Yeah. Tell us about the last one.
Well, he and his wife owned the restaurant together. If either one died, the other one got $1 million to keep the business together. Well, it's very common.
You said he used to have these policies?
Apparently, the restaurant's cash flow wasn't meeting projections. Mr. Dobson let the liability and fire and theft lapse.
But he kept the partnership.
Yes. I suggested it would be smarter if he kept the other ones instead.
You dragged me down here because somebody made a call to my cell phone with a stolen credit card? Thanks for telling me. I'll get a refund on my bill.
It was Luis Cruz telling you the job was done.
This Luis Cruz, he's the one who murdered my wife? Shouldn't you be chasing him down instead of harassing me?
What was the call about?
Mr. Dobson doesn't have to tell you anything.
Just thought maybe your client would like a chance to clear himself.
He did business with Giabone. Cruz worked for Giabone. Cruz killed his wife, and then Cruz called him.
So what? So what? If I ever see him, I'll kill him. And wrong.
Adam, I want to go for the death penalty. He's a slow-motion serial killer.
We still have time before we have to make that decision.
Before I have to make that decision.
If he goes to jail for the rest of his life, he's not going to kill any more wives.
Buy a hitman on the street for $500. Dobson's done that twice now.
He's not going to be able to do it again from jail.
I don't want to talk about it.
You said you didn't kill your wife. If you know somebody that did...
You mean Joey Jabone, the mobster?
No, the Sugar Plum Fairy. Forget it.
You'd rather be convicted?
You're preparing the brilliant case against me. What choice do I have?
What are you protecting? What could possibly be any worse than what you're facing?
Your children.
Give that man a cigar.
Jabone threatened your children.
You people. Almost as painful as being railroaded to the death chamber is watching your mind slowly turn.
Then give us a shove.
I owed the bastard money. The restaurant turned out to be not such a great idea. He said pay. I said I'd love to, but I can't. He killed my wife. My beautiful, innocent wife. All because of me. Because I sat down with scum like that.
And the call from Cruz to you?
He said, I just killed your wife. Now you can pay Mr. Jabone. And once you geniuses got involved, there was another call. Keep your mouth shut, or your kids.
I've been reflecting. I want to do the right thing.
I think it's a little late for that.
You want Jabone, don't you?
You told us Dobson hired you.
Excuse me, but I'd like to keep breathing.
Can I have a minute to confer with my client?
We can confer right now. They want Jabone, and I can give him to them. If they do the right thing for me.
We have a deal in place which you're now telling us you violated by lying. It's void.
So let's start over. Jabone's a lot more important than some crazy husband. Man one.
The minimum. Then witness protection. Federal. And I tell everything.
Cruz came back because somebody called his girlfriend and said he had to pick up his mail. Hello, Mailbox City? I've got a box there and I'm gonna be out of town for a while. How long will you hold my mail? Thank you. As long as I pay the bill, forever.
That's nice of him. Now, who called Cruz's girlfriend?
Hello, I'm calling from Mailbox City with a message for Louise Cruz.
No, that wasn't her.
And number two?
Hello, I'm calling from Mailbox City with a message for Louise Cruz.
I don't think so.
Okay, number three?
Hello, I'm calling from Mailbox City with a message for Louise Cruz.
That's her. That's the bitch. You hear me?
Hey,
Come
slow
on,
down,
Louise. I
slow
want to
down.
get
Hey,
you.
hey, come on.
Come on, Louise. Bitch, I want to get you.
Margaret, he's full of crap.
You made 2 phone calls at your boyfriend's request. One was to the killer's girlfriend, the other was to the INS. An anonymous tip to be on the lookout for Louis Cruz. Here are the phone records.
You're saying my client had something to do with this?
He asked her to make those calls. Isn't that right?
Margaret?
Why would he do that?
Because he knew if Cruz came back, we'd find the money with Joey Jabone's fingerprints.
If the money has Jabone's fingerprints...
Dobson used some of the money he borrowed from Jabone to pay Cruz. If Cruz is picked up with the money, he would point to somebody else.
Somebody else did hire him. Michael didn't do it.
You're very trusting. Is that why you used her, Mr. Dobson? He gave you the number of the killer's girlfriend. How did he know that?
He knew these people. They were after him.
And the fact that the money for the hitman was in that mailbox? How did he know that?
I don't know.
Go ahead, Mr. Dobson. Explain it to us. We're all listening.
Michael?
You're going to testify about all this.
Margaret, you don't have to say anything.
If you don't, I'll charge you as an accomplice to murder.
Margaret.
You want to go to prison for him? What is it? Do you really want to be Mrs. Dobson number 3?
Here's number 1. And here's number 2.
And what do you want me to do?
Women.